Okay, so immediately right off of the bat, I'm hearing it. You may feel like you're not growing as much as you are. Um, and you're gonna have some type of realization that you've grown. Like, you're going to just do something naturally, and it's gonna make you realize that this is something that you've been working on for the past couple of months, and it just came to like it just like you just did it naturally after you've been like forcing yourself to do it for the past couple of months. Let yourself breathe. You could also be noticing something about your breath, but there's something about feeling pain and feeling accomplished. Like, maybe you don't really feel accomplished unless you worked really, really hard for something. And Spirit knows this. And this might be something that you might not really even notice about yourself. Like, you might realize that you can manifest things quite quickly, but there's something that you're working towards that has taken a lot of hard work, and is still taking a lot of hard work, and is going to take a lot of hard work. And I don't know why, but spiritualistic could be significant. But this, you're gonna realize that you kind of enjoy the hard work. Like, I don't know, you kind of enjoy the hard work and the fact that you went through that to obtain that. It's like being grateful for the trials and tribulations of that journey. And there's some, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show Half Bad, but there's this one scene where he's like talking about the Lord of the Rings and how maybe sometimes the bad times are actually the good times, because it's the journey that is satisfying about life. That's what makes it worth it, I guess you could say. Yeah. Dang. I needed to hear that. Something about tasting blood could be significant. I don't know why. Also, somebody could be doing like a lot of like ancestral work, and there could be very ancient ancestors like coming around, like very, very ancient. And the way they worshipped then could be considered very brutal to people now. Like, for example, they did sacrifices and things like that. And these don't have to be inhumane, you know, like, I feel like we really don't know how those sacrifices were done. For example, just because I feel like talking about it, whenever a lamb has I don't know what they would call it, but like a litter of kittens, but whenever a lamb has, you know, babies, sometimes some of them can come out deformed, or they're just not gonna make it, and it would be better to not let them suffer. The media does really demonize a lot of the practices that they had back then, and we really don't know the truth because they quite literally murdered and burned a lot of those people and the things that they had. But I feel parched. I feel so parched. Let me take a sip. Please drink some water if you have not drinking water. But anyways, the ancestors kind of want you to delve into this practice. They want you to, this is so wild. This is connecting for me, but basically they want you to look into the type of rituals that they did and not go based off of what you find, because a lot of what you find may be misinformed. Don't, like, if you read something and you feel, I don't know, like you just have a feeling, or like you just get some type of download about that information, trust your intuition. Trust what your ancestors are guiding you towards and showing you, and what they're trying to tell you based off of what they're showing you. Something about the fairies could be significant as well. This is gonna help you. I'm hearing like it's gonna help you break some type of blockage that carries heavy on the chest, not only on you but on your family's line. Something about slouching could be very significant. A lot of people in your family could have slouched. You could slouch a little bit. There's something that carries on the chest and something about these practices are going to help break, like it's like I'm seeing like something like it's like dirt, it's like compact dirt just being carried around, and it's like slowly yeah. And you don't gotta go, killing pigeons, but if you go to some metaphysical stores, they do have stuff like pigeon's blood and dragon's blood, all types of different stuff, whatever you feel comfortable with. But just if you're wondering where you could find stuff like that and it's not too like crazy, please don't go kill the poor pigeons. Yeah, I don't know, I don't really talk about that stuff, so it's just kind of like interesting to like be saying on camera and posting. You're gonna do something big. You are doing something big. You are something big. There's a reading I did that's coming through. I don't remember which one it was, but I said, quoting my damn self, I said, you don't have to be who you thought you needed to be who you wanted to be, because you're already who you wanted to be. And yeah, that's coming through right now. The bad times are the good times. When we look back and realize it, and not saying, like if you were in abuse or trauma or whatever, but sometimes whenever we're working towards our goals and it takes a long while, we can kind of get, what is it called? Not disinterested, but disencouraged. I don't even know if that's a word, but I don't know. Spirit has so much to say to you. Spirit has so much to talk to you about. For some of you, this could literally be like if you are like a spiritual practitioner, you literally have like so many messages. Like if you're ever wondering, like if you're a spiritual practitioner, if you're ever wondering that you will lose work, babes, you will never lose work. You will never in your life lose like your purpose and what, like, because you've already found your purpose and you're never gonna lose that disinterest. You might have, your moments. You might have moments where you need to take a step, and go do some other things, but like that's your purpose as well. Like you don't just have one purpose. Like your purpose is so much bigger than you even realize. You have all of the time in the world to do so many things, and so much can happen in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year. I feel like you are learning how to go with the flow and not care so much, because it's all part of the journey. You may also have been realizing where you were projecting onto people. There's a lot of like healing energy that's happening. Like, I'm feeling a lot of healing energy now, like, and there's a lot of like angels around you, whether you know it or not. Angels love you. Like, I'm literally seeing, like, you know those like pictures of the baby angels, like those angels be around you. Like you really are old, like you're always gonna have a mission for spirit, and you know you can always choose to not do that mission, of course, like if you're ever, you know, but I feel like whoever's watching this enjoys that. Your whole life you've been on a mission. And it's like, it's funny, but it's true. Your whole life you've been doing exactly the things that you were put here to do. Do you really have free will, or were you always destined to you know, be that person because that's who you are? That's what you were put here for. And you could be drawing connections to people who have wronged you, and realizing that even though that they wronged you, they did exactly what they were put here for, which was to wrong you and send you on your way to where you are now. A lot of people watching this could, I'm hearing be celibate, but just single. Have you ever seen The Ghost Whisperer? Spirit is kind of like drawing this picture, and it's the Ghost Whisperer. And they're like, that's what you are. You're like the Ghost Whisperer. It doesn't necessarily have to be just like the Ghost Whisperer, but there's something like that. You are doing amazing. And Spirit really wants to congratulate you for a lot of the things that you've done in your life. I'm hearing that you should never stop congratulating yourself, because that's a really big thing. And you know, not to be like, you know, like, don't, you know, be I don't know what the word is for it, but maybe like too prideful or whatever. But you know, something that I realized the other day was complimenting yourself whenever you do things, instead of waiting to tell other people and get like waiting for their compliments and their thoughts on the matter, is really important, because it helps you like remember how you feel about it whenever you do tell people, because there could be a lot of like trauma around like people pleasing, but like you could be realizing that you could be realizing that, I don't know why, but water lilies are significant. I don't even remember what I was talking about, but water lilies are significant. Well, I think that's all. Frogs are also significant. I hope you guys have a blessed day.